a thing, because when you guys sell a car, you're done with them. You don't see those people again. Any issues, you throw it on the service department.
So,
I didn't make any
if
money.
I worked in service, and you did make money, this is all warranty work. You guys are making money. If I work in service and a customer has a car that is genuinely a lemon,
You don't know it's a lemon. Everything is fixable. Some things just take time.
right? But there's these things called laws, and these things
You know
called
what?
laws say
Nobody
how
up
many
north,
times.
Nobody north of the Mason-Dixon line know what the lemon law is. Only south of the Mason-Dixon line do they make it a law to put it in your glove box to teach you how to do it. Nobody up north does
My
that.
family
Do you
in
know that?
Columbus, Ohio, we
No.
teach people about lemon law all the
Who's
time.
we? You? Because you know about
I
it?
used to sell cars.
Because you know about it from down here.
Kelly, we have to do it at our dealerships. We have the same thing you guys have here, a packet that we give every customer. It's
In
law.
Ohio?
Yes.
Okay, well, it's not in Michigan, it's not in New York, it's not in Pennsylvania.
Okay, well, I don't know about those states, but it's legal in North Carolina, it's legal in South Carolina, it's legal in Florida, and it's legal in Ohio where I'm from. So all the states that I know about, it's a law. And it's a law. So that's all there is to it. So the point is, the car...
point is that you're causing me more work before you're even giving us a chance to fix it. Okay?
The law
That's what it
says
is.
4 chances, which is one more time than Florida's.
Okay, well, has it been 4 chances?
Yes.
Where do you figure? This is the 3rd time.
Kelly, this is 4.
From me?
Yes.
Okay, so this is 4. We're not done yet.
Right. But
So
it's
you've already started proceeding before it was even finished.
because that's legally what you're supposed to do. It's called, you have to give them a letter of...
Not according to GM. That's why GM's bitching at you.
It's called a letter, because they don't want to have to buy a car back. It's called a notice of final attempt to repair. You have to give them to that before or during the final repair, which in North Carolina's case is number 4. Okay, this is number 4. Check your records. Okay, so you the first time I brought it in, you replaced the high pressure fuel pump. The second time I brought it in, you replaced the low pressure fuel pump. The third time I brought it in, you replaced the fuel sensor. And this 4th time, you guys are replacing fuel rails and fuel injectors. Okay, so this is number 4. So by law, okay, we consumers who buy cars, yourself included, have these laws that protect us. It's a safety issue. If that engine blows up while I'm driving, it's a safety issue. That shrapnel from that engine could bust out the steering rack, and I'm off the road and I'm dead. Okay? So we can sit here and pretend that this is just a silly game, that I'm just trying to piss you off, but it's more than that.
I apologize.
Okay.
And I just don't, because I agree with you. If I purchase something that is advertised to do this and I paid that kind of money for it, it should do it.
Right.
I agree with you 100% on that.
Right.
Okay.
I could go buy a base Corvette and it'd be faster than this one. I could spend $30,000 less, $40,000 less, and that base car would actually be faster than this car. That's a fact. So there's something wrong with this car. It's not your fault.
I'm not saying there isn't something wrong with it.
So it's not your.
Give us a chance to fix it.
But that's just it. Law is you get 4 chances, and it's not your fault. It's a lemon, Kelly. And so at that point, I've got to take the necessary procedures to qualify it as lemon. So I notified GM on Wednesday via email that this was their final attempt, and on that same day, on Tuesday, I sent them the certified letter, and on Wednesday, I notified them that it was coming. They received it on Saturday. They didn't call me. What day is today? Wednesday? Today's Wednesday. They didn't call me until yesterday on Tuesday to acknowledge that they'd received the letter, and I have record that they received it on Saturday. They signed for it. Okay. So they've known since Saturday and last Wednesday when I emailed them that this is their final attempt. And that's legally what I have to do. Because until I do that, they keep getting more chances. Okay? So I notified them. Now keep in mind, this is the final attempt, but that doesn't mean that they have to do the lemon law yet. I still have to see if the car still has the issue. Okay? So that's me having to cause a car to fail 5 times to legally get them to say, okay, this thing is unsafe. Instead, what they're asking now is they're asking for another chance, which is against the law. And the Better Business Bureau is behind me. They're like, yeah, I forget it's called bad faith or something like that, but when a manufacturer blatantly ignores what the laws are and you go through the procedures and they blatantly ignore, it's a bad faith claim, and then it turns into triple damages. They're going to be buying me a new Lamborghini. Okay, so if they want to go down that road, I've already sued an insurance company in the past for a lady who T-boned me in my last vet. I'm very familiar with the court system and all this stuff. Okay, I'm very familiar with bad faith. I got the insurance company for bad faith. I dot my I's, I cross my T's, I document everything. Okay, I will win. Okay, because this car is a lemon.
Everybody wins. You can just say you don't like it and you're going to win. Okay?
Okay, well that's not.
I've been to lemon law.
Okay,
It's ridiculous.
That's not my goal. My goal is I want to be
Yes, it is.
safe.
Well, okay, fair enough. I apologize.
Okay, I'm not. And the thing is, I'm not trying to get something different, and I'm just trying to get out of my payment. I literally have already requested of them.
So what happens if you drive this now and it's good?
I think that then I have to keep driving it, which is fine. Okay, but what I'm saying is, I don't want to have to cause the damn thing to fail 6 times before I lemon it. That's ridiculous. 5 times is enough. So this is number 4. If I drive it now and it's good, I'm happy. I have no issues. Okay, and I told GM peacefully the other day, just like I told. What's up, buddy?
Good, bud.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just like I had sent you that voicemail the other day. I want to help you guys fix the car. Okay. I honestly, and I'm not trying to talk shit or anything, I'm just being real with you. I honestly think that the fuel injectors and fuel rails being the issue is not the issue. I think that, in my mind, common sense is, if there is a fuel sensor that is saying that it is seeing a low pressure incident, okay, then upstream of that, so you got the in-tank pump here, you got the fuel pressure sensor here, and then you got the fuel rails up here, okay? If this sensor is saying that there's low pressure, then it's a problem behind that sensor back here between the pump and the sensor. One of the problems could be there could be a clog of some sort, some little manufacturer defect in the fuel rail. And if the fuel rail has a little clog in it, then it restricts flow. So then when the car requests big flow, the flow can't get there, and then that sensor sees a pressure drop. And that's why I shot you the voicemail the other day, the polite voicemail saying, hey, while you're in there, suggest to GM that they replace the fuel line up the tunnel, because that could be it in my mind. That hasn't been replaced yet. And instead, they're spending $5,000 on fuel injectors and fuel rails for all I know. I don't know what your real cost on it is, but that's retail on the shit. Okay? So I'm trying to help you guys. But if they're not going to fix it, and they're going to just keep saying, oh, well, next round we'll fix it. Oh, well, next round we'll fix it. Well, sooner or later, the law's on my side, and it says there is no next round. You see? So I'm not trying to be a dick. And I know you're doing a great job.
I'm very frustrated, and not just at this situation, multitudes. And I apologize for taking it out.
It's all good. I'm fine.
I felt I could.
I'm glad that you did. We're square with each other, that you're honest. That's fine.
It's just ridiculous, the amount of, like I said, I've been to a lemon law
Right.
where we've won, and they said, oh, I feel the customer doesn't feel safe, and we're just going to give it to them. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me?
Well, I don't know if this has any impact on you, but I have to go to North Carolina for this one.
I have to do all the work.
Really?
Yeah. I'm the one that has to get all the paperwork together and all the, do all the stuff.
For what it's worth, I've already put together everything, so you might not have
I have to do it on the GM side.
Oh, okay.
It's like General Motors has no way to see what's done.
Right.
Which makes me, how does that
Well,
work?
if you want me to help you with anything, I will.
Yeah, it's all
I'm
done.
just being
I
real.
did it all, but it's just, never mind.
I understand. And I'm sorry, too. I really am. I want the car to be fixed, and I know you're trying, and I know that it's not your fault, and that's why, that's the first thing I said when I walked in, is you guys aren't doing anything wrong, you guys are doing great, but I'm dealing with some idiot.
Well, why don't you go ahead and turn your loaner in?
Okay.
Your car's here and ready to go. Why is all the back pulled apart?
Because I was going to install a roll bar, a seatbelt harness bar.
Okay.
But 2 things: I have to upgrade the seats to the ones that let the seatbelt go through.
Okay.
And second thing is, I was worried that would be qualified once I started to realize my car was having issues and that there's the potential that I might have to lemon law it.
Correct.
I was like, I don't want to modify it.
Right.
So I've just left it alone, and that stuff, it was just, I was going to have one of the mechanics snap it all back into place because I don't want to break any of the clips. It's just at home sitting in my closet. So that's the
We
reason.
kind of figured that's what you were going to do.
Yeah. I was going to put a harness bar back there so I could get seat belts so I could be a little safer, but All right. So.
All right, my friend.